students, today I am going to explain you chapter number 2 and it is Introduction to MS Access 2010. This is a new chapter for you all. First chapter we already finished. Now we are going to start a new chapter. In this chapter the first topic is MS Access 2010. What is MS Access? MS Access is a software and it is a part of MS Office. It is used to organize the database. And before moving forward, at first we have to clear the topic database. What is database? This is database. A database is a process of organizing data in a manner which helps us to store and retrieve a large amount of data efficiently. Retrieve means to get. Normally, when we are having a bulk of data, bulk means a huge amount of data, a large amount of data we are having, and we have to get the data easily. Means easily we should ask for any name, any roll number, these all. So we should use the database. Database is merely a process to organize data in a particular order so that we can access the data easily. Example of database are, suppose in our school we have maintained the record of each and every student, and around 2800 students are in our school, and we have maintained the record of these all students in our software. In that software we are having the particular details of any student, his name, his class, his section, his contact number, his father's name, mother's name, and from where he comes, contact numbers, every details about an individual person we are having in any database. In other way you can say in exam software we keep the record of the result. Suppose exam happens, so in that exam what are the results of every student in every individual subject, we maintain the record of these all in exam software. So in exam software, to find out, suppose we want to find out marks of English of any student of a particular class and of a particular section, so easily we can do it because we are having a thing that is registration number. Registration number is also known as admission number. And suppose vehicles are going on, moving on the road, so every vehicles are having a record. Why? And with the help of the driving or the record of the vehicles we maintain by the help of the vehicle number, that is unique. It do not match with any. And next is DBMS. What is DBMS? DBMS stands for Database Management System. It is a software. This software is used to retrieve the data from any database. Suppose we are having a database, so to retrieve, to get the result, to get any contact, any information from any database, we use DBMS software. Mainly it is a collection of programs required to store and retrieve data from database. Means we can easily retrieve data from database with the help of query. We use query to access the data from the database. Now, what are the types of database? Mainly, there are two types of database, and they are flat file database and relational database. What is flat file database? A flat file database, it is a type of database that contains records having small number of fields without any structured relationship between them. It means in flat file database we are not having any relationship with the other documents, in other tables. It is having a single spreadsheet and all the records inside it will work. We can't have any relationship with other tables. And the example of it is MS Excel. In MS Excel we maintain the record, but of a particular class we can maintain. If we want to relate each other, that is different. The next database is relational database. Relational, as its name indicates, relational means it is related. It is having some relationship with other tables. What is it? It is a type of database that stores data in several tables and link those tables together to get a common piece of information. It means this relation database having the data in several tables. In several tables we are having data and we are relating them to get the common piece of information. Okay, because from one table we are going to get one field, in another table we are going to access other field. In this way, to get a common piece of information we use many tables, and at last we are able to find and we are able to evaluate the final result. Examples are MS Access, Microsoft Access, Microsoft SQL. SQL stands for Structured Query Language. And the next one is Oracle. It is also a database software, and database means relational database software. So the examples of flat file and relational database are, for flat file the example is MS Excel, and for relational we are having three software. Others are also we are having, but I am describing here only three softwares, and they are MS Access, Microsoft SQL and Oracle. Now the next topic is advantages of database. As we know that any new thing or any new instrument or any software, any program have few advantages and few disadvantages. So advantages of database are, first is minimize the duplication of data. Means when we enters or when we maintain the record in a register, so when we duplicate data, means suppose entries were repeated, so it will not show you or it will not show us that it is duplicate. But if we are using the DBMS software, then it minimizes the duplication. Means if we are repeating the task, it will show you that this data you have entered. So if it is mistake, you can easily sort it out. If it is not your mistake, suppose names are repeating, many students are having same name, so it will be in your knowledge. It will be in your knowledge and it will be helpful for you to access the data. Next is it saves storage space. It is directly linked to minimize the duplication of data. Why? Because when we are minimizing the duplication of data, so obviously we will consume less space. Okay, if the same name is repeating 10 times, so 10 entries are wasted, and if we are minimizing the duplication of data, then obviously we will consume less space, so it will save the storage space. Next is files can be easily updated. Means if we are going to update any data, then files can be easily updated. They will update the data as we are updating. As updating process completed, the files will get updated. No changes should be made further. Next is all users are provided some changes. All users are provided some access right or privilege. It means every user have no access to access the data. Means they are not able to access the data. Some are having authority to access the data. Some are having authority to change the data. In this way it works. Means every user having different access rights. Next is structure. What is the structure of a database? Normally when we are having a structure, so what is that structure? Suppose here we are having serial number, here we are having name, here we are having subject, here we are having contact number. This is a structure of database. Here we will have the serial number, name ABC, subject English, Hindi, maths, contact number 10248678, whatever be. It is means in structure of database we are having a tabular form. In first is table. Table is a collection collection of rows and columns. Here, these are the columns and these are columns and these are rows. Rows, columns. Columns are also known as fields. Columns are also known as fields and rows are also known as records. To learn it, you can relate it in this way. RR, rows, record, and column is known as field. So you can also give a definition of table, and it is a table is a collection of field and record. So this is field, this is record, this is table, and what is the field here? These serial number, name, subject, these are the fields. And what is the record? Suppose we are considering first serial number. So first serial number, first roll number students, name is this, his subject is this, his contact number is this. It is giving proper record of an individual student. So it is a record. Record means horizontal row and field means vertical column. Next is primary key. Primary key is, it is a unique field by which records are uniquely identified in a table, and a table can have only one primary key. Yes. If we are having bulk of data, so how we can access the data easily? To access the data easily, we should use a primary key. What is primary key? Primary key is a field that do not match with anyone. Suppose in our school, many entries of students are there, and we are organizing the data, we are retrieving the data easily. How? We have allotted our primary key to every student. And what is the primary key? The primary key is registration number that they get when they gets admission in our school. Registration number is also known as admission number. With the help of that admission number, registration number, we manage all the record. In 2-3 seconds, we can easily find out the record of a particular student. With the help of that primary key, easily we can give the record and we can give the details about any particular student. In exam software also, what we with the help of which primary key we say, same is admission number. When any student fights any exam, so if they clears the exam, if they want to check any online exam, means many of the students are giving RTC or many exams are there. So to get the result, how they are doing? They get the result with the help of the roll number that is allotted to them. That is the primary key for them. Okay, so suppose vehicles are going on. So how we are able to identify accident happened by which vehicle? That is with the help of vehicle number. Only that vehicle number do not match with anyone. Easily wherever we are, in which area we are, in city we are, at which place we are living. So accident happened, so we can find the record of the individual person very easily. So it is the most important part of the database. Okay, thank you.